Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Nashville Blues. It is July 1st, and that means it is time for the draft and the deadline. We are 50 and 33 going into July, so we'll do what we normally do, which is sim up to the draft, get through the draft, and then figure out what we want to do from a trade perspective after that. So let's just jump right in, get to the simming. Finishing up a series here against Houston with a 6-0 victory. Good start to the episode. 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Cruz. How's that defense coming along? It's not. Yeah, I got to get him out of there. Graceffa goes 5 shutout. Get a day off, and then we got Seattle coming to town. Looks like they're pretty good. Hank Pfeiffer is they're 43 and 41, so I guess they're not that good. 2-1 and 10. Mock will put down in AAA. Walk this one off. Block 2 hits and an RBI. Wilson with an RBI double. Hasselberger pitched well. Bullpen did a nice job. There's 3 straight wins to kick off the month of July. You'll like that. We get 2 hits, 5 RBIs from Santoyo, 2 hits, 3 RBIs from Blindman. Carrillo, 2 hits, and 2 runs scored. Cruz hits his first home run of the year. Chisholm, 6 innings of 1-run ball. We got Michael on the mound today, I think. Yep. And our ace loses 9-5, because of course he does. Red Sox now. 6-0 win behind Gurkham Floyd. 5 shutout. Blindman, Dougie with 10 home runs already this year. It's on pace for a career high. Quintero, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Santoyo, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. 7-3 loss. Final game against the Red Sox is a 3-0 win. Is that Hasselberger? It was with 6 shutout. He's pitched really well. His numbers the last 2 years in Milwaukee were not great, but the 2 years prior to that he was solid, and he's putting up numbers closer to that right now, so I'll take it. Santoyo homers, Block with his 11th. Starting to come along. 777 OPS for Block, and Rivera at 741. All right, they're starting to hit a little bit. We got 3 at Kansas City leading into the draft. 6-3 win. Excuse me. We score 4 in the 7th. Look at Quintero, 4 for 5 with all 6 runs knocked in. Chisholm does pitch 7. I didn't think he would pitch the 7th to get the win, but he does. Michael going today. 5-1 win, so he's not going to get the win, but we score 4 in the 10th. A grand slam. It is a 3-run homer for Rivera, his 9th. Average up to 270. Oh, Michael got the win. Wow, he went 9. Only threw 97 pitches. And we got the drafts. Let's sim the game. Today is a 7-4 win, so we sweep Kansas City going into the draft. Blindman with another home run. Santoyo 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Gurkham Floyd gets the win. And it's time for the draft. I haven't even looked. We're picking 16th. I haven't even looked to see who was available, but my guess is at 16 we'll be able to get a pretty good player. Andres Rojas looks like a pretty good player. Tim Edwards looks like a pretty good player. Cochise Miller, that is a name. Pretty well developed for an 18-year-old already. 35 contact, 35 gap power, 40 eye. It's all outfielders, though. All outfielders. I'm assuming that's who they think we should take. Yeah. I mean, Cochise Miller actually is maybe a little more appealing to me. He's better defensively. He's further along. He's cheaper. Jimmy Pancake. Yes, sir. Jimmy Pancake. Dylan Burke. I like that. It's impossible, but I like that hitting profile a lot. Juan Chapa's not really a shortstop with those ratings. John Condon can play short a little. Let's look at pitchers. I think this is our guy. Yandre Baker, 21-year-old, 6'6", 205 pounds. He's a lefty. Control's a little light. Oh, he's okay. Looks all right. He's a reliever. Ooh, Hamilton. I think we go Sam Hamilton. Just Oklahoma State. Already has 3 developed pitch. I mean, he's probably ready next season. High work ethic. I think we're going to take Sam Hamilton. Yep, we're going to take Sam Hamilton. Let me know if you would have done that or who you would have gone with. Let's go back to batters now. Let's take a look and see if any of those guys we were looking at before. Chapa's still there. Again, not really a shortstop with those ratings, but probably a pretty damn good second baseman. Burke was impossible, right? Yep. I think we're going to go Chapa at $900K and make him a second baseman. Already has the 30 contact, 40 gap power. He's a pretty good second baseman. Won't be a good shortstop, but let's just double check pitchers and make sure that we're not missing anything. A lot of high work ethic pitchers, at least at the top of the draft. That makes sense though, right? I would think the high high work ethic guys would be better than everybody else. Ritsuo Sakai. Looks like he has a decent bat, or could potentially, if he's there with the next pick, maybe we take him. You know what? I think we need. I'm gonna go Sakai because I think we need some pitching. Not pitching help, but I think it would be to our advantage to have some additional pitching depth in our minor leagues, honestly, because we're missing. Chapa's still there anyway, so we can take Chapa in the 3rd round. Andy Garth is an impossible sign. He's impossible. He only wants 1.1. Here we go, Greg Miklich. High work ethic catcher. Probably won't ever play catcher. But high work ethic guy. Behind the plate. John Dugas. Let's go to fielding ratings. What do we got for catchers? I'm going to take Butler. Good ratings. I know he's got the low work ethic, but he's got great catcher ability. And he's a Massachusetts boy. Individual pitch potential. We got any knuckleballers? We don't. What about circle changeups? Not from a starter. Josh Kennedy? Maybe. I mean, he's got 3 potentially really good pitches. 2 of them are already pretty well developed. If he can get a TCR bump, sure. Castellano. Yep, we'll take him. Bowdry doesn't look bad, but let's go to fielding. Look at those defensive ratings. Oh, that's good. These guys were all really bad, though. Where's that guy with the defensive rating? We'll take Nate Patrick. The low work ethic is garbage, but take Kevin Minton here. Josh Bowles, sure. He'll never make it, but... Or he might never make it. I shouldn't say he won't, but he might. A couple of high work ethic infielder guys. Batting potential... Sure, we'll take another catcher. Why not? Why not? Any pitchers make it through? Where'd this guy come from? Ron Webster, high work ethic? Sure. Barklage, high work ethic. At this point, it's just finding players that have, like Chris Cole looks okay. Like, he won't ever hit. I don't think he'll ever field enough, but he's got the high work ethic with some discernible statistics or potential ratings. I'm going to let the AI finish. I did 15 rounds. I think that's good. So we got Sam Hamilton with our first pick. Ritsuo Sakai with our second pick to give us a little bit of pitching depth in the minors. Both of them are not that far off. Chapa with our third pick. Yeah, we got obviously plenty of money to spend, so I'm not worried about their contract demands. Yeah, so Hamilton, he probably starts in high A ball just to give him a chance. Sakai probably starts in A ball. With the high work ethic, he's a potential two-way guy if the bat develops. And he's got a high work ethic, so we can probably do something there. All right, let's finish the day. We have a 5-game lead on Detroit. We still need to figure out our middle infield. So let's now take a look at the block. Has the block changed at all now that we are closer to the deadline? Gamble is on here. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to come here and offer him. Is there anybody else that I wanted to offer? Why do I only have 26 players on my roster? I'm going to call up another bat. Well, I may as well wait. I mean, if I can complete a trade here. Figueroa and Boardman. Looking for infielders. These are both good defensive players. They're not ready for the majors yet. Contract gets expensive. I mean, not expensive, but 9, 10, 12, 12. I mean, he's not bad. He's been above average with the bat, but that's a lot of money to pay for above average. Jenkins was a second baseman, right? Yeah. Okay, Eligio Menacasa. He looks exactly like Santoyo in terms of his ratings. Can I get them both? Sullivan looks okay. Let me talk to Oakland. like the idea of Menacasa. Can we get Menacasa and Streety? Where is he? You have him in AAA? Yep. Let's submit that and see if that'll work. 8-0 win. So we're not, I mean, yeah, I'm not giving you any of those players, but we'll make it work. I think we can make it work. So Graceffa goes 7 innings, gives up 1 hit. Cruz, Quintero, Santoya, all homer. Let's get back into discuss trade again. All right, so Menacasa would be the bat for sure. Streety would be more the defensive guy, but that's fine. All right, so Figueroa, Boardman, and Crocker, because I think he's already been hurt multiple times. Yeah, let's try that. Three, 1. All right, we're there. I think we are there. Yep. Let's go ahead and add Sean Eby. And so it's going to be Wilson Figueroa. Looks like an okay bat, or looks like he'll be a pretty good bat, actually, when he fully develops. Ken Boardman, who was a third-round pick a couple years ago, looks to have stagnated a bit. Mike Crocker, who is a starting pitcher who's been hurt multiple times already. Torn labrum. He missed 9 to 10 months. He's now pending a year later. And then Sean Eby, who is a 16th-round pick back in 2033. And in exchange, we'll get Eligio Menacasa, a 25-year-old, another great bat, and Wally Streety, who can play, really can play everywhere in the infield. So I think we would start Menacasa and put Streety in as the defensive replacement. So now, let's get in here and set our lineups. I get. So who do I want to send down? I am going to send down, where is he? Atencio, Streety. All right, so now, I think we're going to go Streety against righties. Then against lefties, as you hear the beep. We're going to go Menacasa, Wilson, and it'll bring Streety in as the defensive replacement, I think. Okay, so I see what it's doing. It's moving Wilson to second and Cruz into short, which I'm fine with. All right, well, that's a pretty good deal. I am good with that. So we win this game 3-1. Get 2 hits and an RBI from Quintero, 2 RBIs from Santoyo, Hasselberger with another win. Final game against Baltimore is an 8-3 victory. Menacasa goes 1 for 3 in his debut. Quintero 2 for 4, 4 RBIs. Chisholm 5 2/3, 3 runs, gets the win. All-star team. Who made it from Nashville? Kevin Michael, no surprise there. Look at JT Kroner. Wow, 13-1. Who else made it? Only Michael so far. Santoyo, Carrillo, Quintero. That's it. So we had 4 All-Stars. All right, well, I guess that's not terrible. And Santoyo wins the All-Star Game MVP. Is he on pace for 50 home runs? 42. I'll take it. I'll take it. Did any of our players sign yet? Yes, Hamilton did. We will stick him in high A ball. Disable the promotion. There's Sakai. They want to make him a closer. No, don't do that. Set position starter. Strategy. Force roll. Starting pitcher. Lock that down. These guys locked down. How's Boyd doing? We're going to call Boyd up. He's doing pretty well in A-ball. Salgado. We're going to call him up as well. He's not doing quite as well, but that 40 stuff, he needs to be out of rookie ball, I think. All right. So sim another couple weeks, or maybe sim another week, and see if there's anything we need to do from another trade perspective. 5-0 win. I mean, we are just sort of on cruise control at this point. But Wilson 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Rivera 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Michael 10 and 3, 2-2-6 now. Next game against the Angels, 4-1 loss. Now Graceffa 10-5 win. 2 for 4, 6 RBIs for Quintero, who has 81 RBIs in 95 games. He's on pace for 34 and 133. I'll take it. Santoyo 3 more hits, 2 more RBIs. Menacasa 3 for 4 with a couple of runs scored. 4 for 10 here in the early going for him. At Tampa, 5-1. Tampa's really bad. 33 and 67 right now. Streety 2 for 3 with his first home run as a member of the Blues. Drives in 3. Hasselberger with another win. That ERA under 3 now. 4-1, so a 5-1 win, then a 4-1 win. King drives in 2. Did we have 3 sacrifice flies? King and Blinman each with sac flies. Chisholm 6 2/3 shutout. Final game against Tampa. 2-1 win. We're 30 games over 500. King with an RBI. Michael goes 4 1/3. He's not hurt, is he? Back spasms. All right. So let's get through this Yankee series, and then we'll think about adding another piece, maybe. 9-7 win. Santoyo 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. Wilson 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Block 3 hits and an RBI. Rivera's a 256. He's not having a terrible year. Not having a terrible rookie year. And neither is Block, 754. He strikes out a lot, but if that avoid K can end up at a 40, he'll be great. Blinman with a couple of hits. Drew gives up 4 runs, but Floyd still gets the win. Game 2 against the Yankees. Another win, 4-3 and 10. Carrillo 4 for 5 with 4 for 5. Streety and Blinman each have a hit and 2 RBIs. Blinman a 2-run homer. Graceffa 4 1/3. Bennett gets the win. Let's finish off this Yankee series. Against Kroner, it's a 2-0 loss. The A's want to send us Zach Jacob for Juan Lira and Nelson Campos. I will pass. All right, so do we need anything? We are 4th in runs scored, 1st in runs against. We're one of the best defensive teams in the league. I don't think we need anything. If we have a major pitching injury, that's obviously not good. We can stick Zerman into back into the rotation if we need to. We've also got Mock down in AAA. We're not going to replace any of our bullpen guys, so there's no reason to bring in a bullpen arm. Maybe a backup catcher, because I think Kendrick's day is done. But do we have anybody in the minors that we can just bring up? How's Chandler doing? He's not having a bad year. He's coming along. How's Hamilton doing? Those are good numbers. What about Sakai? Not as good. Well, 15 strikeouts and no walks and 11 2/3. I'll take that. Oh, I got to make him a 2-way guy. And then Boyd after his promotion. Not great, but he's still young. Let's just see what's on the trade block, I guess. Might be a relatively quick episode. Diego Cartaya. David Ramirez wouldn't have been a bad option before we made that trade with Oakland. He's a righty. Is there a lefty catcher? No. Alexander's 36. 40, 45, 65, 60. I mean, that would really be the only position, right? I mean, we're not replacing Carrillo or Quintero or Wilson or Santoya or Block. We're not replacing Blindman either. He's that guy. He's the guy. He's the one holdover from the beginning for us. Maybe not this year anyway. Maybe next year. But maybe a backup bat because Guy is not hitting this year. Backup bat against righties. $56 million for Rocio. Okay. Doesn't look like there is much, really. Nate Dines is more of a bat than he is a pitcher at this point. What do we got for upcoming free agents? Not much. Not much. In fact, I don't think there's anything here that I'm really interested in spending my money on. I think we're just going to continue on and just finish the month. We beat Detroit. We have a 9-game lead on Detroit. I think we were a game up when the month started. Blindman 3 for 4. Silva drives in a couple. King with his 12th home run. Heard all that trade talk. You know what? I think just to be safe, because I don't want to run with Kendrick as my starting catcher if we lose King for any period of time. Victor Ortega. How's Olvera doing? Better this year than he did last year. Hit 115 for us. All right, we're just gonna run with it. I think we'll be okay. 6-3 wins, so that leads up to double digits. Streety 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. How's he been defensively so far? Good, really good at second base. Perfect. Santoyo up to 27 home runs. Michael is 11-3. We win again, so we sweep Detroit. We're 12 games up. 3 hits for Wilson. Santoyo drives into King with another home run. So he's starting to hit a little bit better, so that's good. Good Floyd, 10 strikeouts. Yeah, let's look at the deadline. Let's see if there's anything here that interests us. I don't think there is. I just want to make sure I'm not overlooking anything. J.J. Bleday's having a pretty good season for the Cubs. Kassan Evans. Some of these guys aren't bad. Like, Trent Jones isn't terrible, but I got no place to put him. Like, they literally would just sit in DFA for 10 days, and then I would have to send them down, or... Nate Dines. He's 32. That's a pretty good bat. I don't really need him. All right, we're good. We're just going to go ahead and finish the month of July. We've won 71 games before the end of July. That's crazy. All right, so it's August 1st. Espino is maintaining. Man, he's been good. limiting how much we're using him, and that's been fantastic. So Antoyo continues to get better. He's on pace for 41 and 125. Wilson gets a little worse. Power drops, but absolutely no complaints about how he's playing this season. Again, elite at second base. I want to try to find a shortstop in the offseason so I can leave him at second. He is so good at second base. Rivera gets better. Mock gets better. Yeah, he's had a good year. I feel bad that he's got to be in the minors. Chandler gets better again. That's good to see. Sakai gets better. That's good to see. Squalls was a high pick. Or maybe it wasn't a high pick. Last year, 6th round. He's been all right. Shibata was an international guy a year ago. Or this year, I should say. It's a little worse. All right. Batter of the month in the AL is Guillermo Sestini. Jim Bennett, the pitcher of the month. In the month of July, 14 innings, a .64 ERA. Dollander, I mean, that contract is awful. I wouldn't mind picking him up if they wanted to retain. Never have too much bulk pitching. All right, so let's see where we stand. We were 21 and 4 in the month of July. Thank you guys for that. Kevin Michael on pace to go 17 and 5 with 6.8 WAR. Sincere Chisholm having another good season for us. Jim Bennett's been elite as our closer. Graceffa, sort of the young guy. I mean, he's 26, but the young guy in our rotation has been really good since we moved him into the rotation. Hasselberger's been fantastic. Kirkham Floyd has been fine as our de facto number 5. Zerman in the bullpen. 2.20 ERA so far in 9 appearances. And the rest of our bullpen has been great. Frausto is the only one with a negative WAR, but he's still putting up a 136 ERA plus. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Offensively, we are a machine right now. Carrillo at 5.4 WAR. Quintero, Wilson, and Santoyo all over 3 WAR already. I mean, we do everything. We hit for power. We hit for average. We steal bases. Yeah, I mean, Menacasa's 6 for 15 so far with us. Streety is 6 for 30. That's okay. It's a 794 OPS because he's got a couple of home runs, couple of walks. Yeah, our young guys, Block is putting up 1.9 WAR, 760 OPS. Rivera, 11 home runs in his rookie seasons. 4 steals, 9 stolen bases. Stop running. Seriously. But overall fantastic. I mean, the money is there. Our payroll goes to 165 next season. We should be able to save a handful of money in here. Kalen Drew will probably say goodbye to. He's been really good, but I don't know that he's extremely popular. We may need to bring him back just to maintain the popularity. Atencio will probably walk away from. That'll free up some money. Cunningham, that'll free up some money. So we'll have some money next year. I'm not too terribly worried about it. It gets expensive a handful of years down the road, but hopefully by that point we are a year-over-year contender, and that payroll continues to increase. So that's gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and sim probably to the end of the season. My guess is we run away with the Central here. And next episode will be the postseason and the off season, I would imagine. But that may not come for a little while. This is the last video I'm going to record prior to my time off. So if you're watching this, I am probably somewhere in downtown Boston right now, enjoying the scenery and being home for just a few days. So at any rate, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support as always, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.